All right. I don't know what happened. Some of you got dropped. Everything good now? I know some people just got dropped. Hopefully everybody's back on. I got dropped too. Okay. All right. Can you all hear me though?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. We can start it now. So we're not. All right. Hope everyone is doing well. This is week number 2. Last week we were able to have some good conversations, right? I mean, I think everybody really participated well, so that's a good sign. Um, Today we're just gonna continue with where we stopped. Okay. Does anyone have any questions so far about the class? I know some of you emailed me that uh, you completed the agreement. Okay, non-disclosure agreement, and you were able to watch the video. And if, like I said, if you are unable to make any of the meetings, just send me an email. I'll send you a link to watch the recording. A lot of people already did, and I'll send it to you. Okay, but I only send it to you once you completed the NDA. Okay. All right. So good. No worries. Everybody's doing well. I got no questions in that. Let's take a look at what we have in week 2. So, okay, I see some people are in the chat. Let me see what's out there. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, I think some of you, can you hear me now? I think you said that my voice was a little muffled. Is it clearer now, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Yes, sir. sir.
Okay. 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 Yeah. So I just have to make some adjustments here. All right. So you see my slide. So basically, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna continue what we had last week. Last week there was a particular exercise. I don't know if you remember that I said we couldn't get to, and I really like to get to it. This week. Okay. One of the things. You see my slides, right? Let's see. Let me see. Let me make sure I'm sharing the right one here. All right. Okay. So you can see here, this week we have a couple of videos to watch. There's also the chapter 2 reading. What I like to do is there was a video from last week that I really need us to I don't want us to miss that last week's activity, the video activity. We're going to get to that first. Then I'm going to get to another group activity before we leave tonight. Last week, we couldn't do a whole lot because we had to do introductions and things like that. Okay? Okay. This week is when your TCA assignment is due. After you watch the video, the assignment is actually due this week. Okay? So very important to understand that. Please do not some individual assignments late. All right. Any questions before I actually? I'm gonna take you to this activity here. This is the first activity I want you to have. I'm gonna copy and paste the. I'm gonna copy and paste the content in the chat so everybody is aware. All right. Okay. Here. So basically, what I want you to do in this one, I'm going to put you in 3 or 4 groups. I don't know yet, depending on who's here. I'll try to put you in 3 or 4 groups. What I'm going to want you to do, it's a 14-minute video that I want each of you to watch. Okay, I want you to give at least 2 examples of each category where a risk may exist. I want you to present as a group, present what you have to the class. Okay? So again, this particular one here, I want you to create a PowerPoint. It could be two slides, 3 slides, doesn't really matter. Try to get together, create some slides. You can present this to the class. It's a 30-minute with the slides. It might take a little more, but if you watch it for 14 minutes, today I'm gonna give you 40 minutes. Okay, make sense? So you have time because of the expectation of the slides. I'm gonna give you 40 minutes to do that. So basically, you read it, you come up with 2 examples in each category. This is very important because this is why you actually break down security areas so you're not forgetting any area. Does that make sense? There's so many faces to security, so I want to make sure you don't forget any. So I'm going to give you 40 minutes. I'm going to post this. So I just post in the group chat there. Let's see. Are you able to see it, everyone?
Yes,
Yeah.
Professor.
Okay. So that is there. I'm going to give 40 minutes. We haven't started yet. So what I want to do first is take the roll. Okay. Again, as I'm going through this, if you have any questions about this, let me know. This is the best way for you to learn these issue is always coming up. Cybersecurity is a big deal, right? So no matter, even for those of us in the industry, we try to catch up with things every day. It's hard to catch up, right? So this is a good this is a good opportunity for you to do that. All right, let me take let me do the roll, the 3D roll here. There's 11, let's take the roll. Right, let me see how many I have here. 21. Okay, I got almost about everybody here today. All right, yeah, just let me know if you're here. What's up?
Here.
What's up?
I'm here.
Okay, Ashworth.
I'm here, Professor.
Okay, Shay. AI.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Al-Walid. Al-Walid Al-Jazari.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Okay. Stay Sura.
Here.
Stay. Okay, good. Okay. Ramba Moses.
Yeah, I'm here.
Arena.
Yeah, I'm here.
And Shaira.
Yeah, I'm here.
Shreya. Sorry, Shreya, right?
I'm here.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Okay. I think. Arena, are you here? Right?
Yeah, I'm here, Professor.
Okay. Ming.
I'm here, Professor.
Asia.
Did you say Aditya, Professor?
Yeah, Aditya.
Yeah, I'm here.
Fatih. Pati Jagani, Pati Jagani, Rajan,
Yes, Professor.
Amata, Marta, Amarta, Natasha, Doc,
I'm here. I'm here. For that.
okay, sir, okay. Yogesh,
Yes, Professor, I'm here. Yogesh.
AJ,
I'm here.
Arab,
I thought you called me already, Professor. Is it Sarab
Oh.
Samara?
yeah, this is Samara. Yeah, that's you now. So did you answer before?
Yeah, I answered before because you said another
Oh,
name
that-
that sounded
okay.
like mine.
Okay, is it Shreya? Okay, let me go back to that one. Is Shreya here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, say Syria. Say Syria. Akilesh. Because that's the person. Okay, now I got it.
Sorry about
All
that.
right. Don't worry. I got Karen. No worries.
Here.
Okay. Deborah Singh, rather.
Devraj, yeah, I'm here, Professor.
Tangvin.
Yes.
Son. Okay. Kiwei. Sao.
Present.
Bodhi.
Present, Professor.
Yunting. Ye.
Shenbin here. I'm Shenbin here, Professor.
Okay, so me, yeah, okay. Chiwei Sao.
Oh, right here.
Chiwei Sao.
Present, right here.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm not be watching the screen, so you'll let me. I need to have you verbally let me know you're here. Okay. Yungting Ye. Yungting Ye. Jiwon Yun.
We are Professor.
Ben Zhao. Okay.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. Kairat.
Yes, I'm here, Professor.
Kairat. Okay. Then Muhammad.
Present.
Okay, good. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for that. And that take about 5 to 10 minutes really. Just okay, let's see here. 3 people present. Perfect. Okay, good. All right. So I'm gonna put you in the groups now. So again, you know the task. I put it in the chat already. Okay. Because we have a lot of people, we're gonna have 4 groups on this one. I actually have 5.
And this one is just
Okay.
discussion, right? No PPT.
Yeah. There's PowerPoint. There's a PPT. There's a PowerPoint. That's why it's 40 minutes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's, the PowerPoint it could be 2. Don't worry, it could be 2 pages. I'm not talking about 20 pages. Just that's the whole point. Be able to create something. It doesn't have to be a long one. Come together, collaborate, and come up with something to produce something. Okay. I don't want too many people in one group. So that's okay. So if I have 4 people now, it's gonna be. So I'm gonna have 5. I'm gonna have 5 groups. Okay. Just I know it's kind of tough. So even at that, I'm gonna have 4 people in the same group at times. So we just say 5. 4 or 5 is good. Okay. All right. I'll put you in your groups. Please join, and I will talk after. Let me see here and get my teams together. This is a large class, so we're gonna have a lot of teams here. Okay, create teams. We have 5 teams. All right. I'll see you in 40 minutes. Doc, what group are you in?
I think I was in group 5. My internet went down.
Okay.
Got logged out.
Okay.
Yes.
No worries. I get it. It happens to me too. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Actually, it was not group 5. I think it was group with Rahan, Professor.
Oh, okay. With who?
Rahan.
Okay. Let me see here. Okay.
Because yeah, that's the only one I remember the name of.
Was it? Okay, hold on. Are you sure it's now with the current Gateway,
I think so.
Mohammed?
Yes.
Is it Chinwei? I think it's the one with Chinwei and Karen and Mohammed. Maybe I think so. It's okay. They only have 3 people there, so that'll be it. That's group 2. Let's give it a shot. Group 2. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Group 2. Yeah, that's what happens to technology at times. We have to figure it out.
Yes.
All right. Take care. Don't worry. What here?
I think stream
Hi, Professor.
for
I
a
got
while, and
I had issues
can
with my
you
internet and I got
see
kicked out. So
what do you
I'm
see
supposed to be in group
with your communication with us,
two.
our
Okay.
role from your perspective within
What group are you in?
Group 2.
Okay. Okay. I'll move you to go group 2. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello, Professor.
Australia?
Yeah, this is Shreya. I just had a quick question.
Yeah.
Um, you mentioned to provide at least two examples in each category where security risk may exist. We just went through the video of Upstream and IBM where they're talking about their product and security measures. What are we referring to when we say each category?
Doesn't it have a people, process, and technology?
Sorry?
The video, didn't you talk about the people, the processes, and technology?
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Is that what it said? Yeah.
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 It's talking about their product and different security measures that they have.
Yeah. Didn't you break it down into people, technology, and process?
Okay.
Oh, maybe I'm not looking at, those are three groups right there. So
Okay.
I just want to make sure we're talking about the same video here.
Yes, of Upstream and IBM.
Okay, did you talk about the people, the process, and the technology? I'm just trying to, that's what I'm asking you.
Oh, yes, no, I was just referring to what each category meant. So are we just picking up the examples?
I'm gonna ask you what the video is about. Was it about people, the process, and technology? I'm trying to recall. I got two videos there. If you tell me what video, what is it talking? Okay, let me.
There was a link to only one video.
So what did you talk about?
Upstream and IBM about their security process and their product.
And the people?
Yeah.
Those are three. Yes, there's people, there's process, and there's technology. Three different groups. That's it. Those are three different categories.
Okay.
You know what? Just hold on. Let me take a look. I don't need to have to watch the video. If you tell me what the video is, I can tell you what, but just articulate what it said. If whatever you can get from that video is what I'm asking. But, well, I guess I'm going to have to watch it myself again now, right? Is that what you want me to do now?
Oh, no, I was asking about the question where it says each category, and I was asking if the category referred to.
Yeah. There's three categories. There's a process, there's products, and there's people. Those are three different categories. Yeah.
And between those three categories, we're going to watch the video of Upstream and IBM and find examples of security risk. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because the Upstream talked about that IBM, then you focus on the processes, the products, and the people, right? So I want you to give me an example of the process, the two example processes, products in that area, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. It doesn't have to be an IBM or in general, okay?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, don't think too much about it. You're good, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, okay, all right, no worries. Okay, all right.
Professor, please can you add me to room 4? I was disconnected.
Okay, Kara, no worries. Okay. right, so you guys are back. Let's take a look at it here with the time. Oh, let's take a 15-minute break and we'll get back and you do the presentation. Does that make sense? All right. Yeah, it's gonna be like just give it, probably about 10 minutes presentation at most. Let's get back at 7:40 and we do the presentation. All right, welcome back. Okay, okay, so let's go with let's see who's here. Let's go with group one and let's see what you have. Is that here, AJ, or John? Sure. Your group?
Sure, Professor. Let me know if my screen is
That's it.
okay. So we'll be discussing the a couple security issues with each of the people, products, and processes categories. And I'm going to start with the first category, which is people. You can have the best technology or the best security in the world, but if the employees are not trained on them, if they don't know what protocols need to be followed, then that security can still be exploited, can be hacked. Starting with the first example, which is of phishing or social engineering. Um, when it comes to phishing, employees may receive emails or messages which seem legitimate or which seem that they are from the company itself, and they can ask the employees to open up links, enter details, which actually exposes the company data. This is not just for companies, this happens for your personal data as well. The other type of issue here is that of social engineering, where hackers can impersonate the leadership and have the reports um, give them information, which again the hackers can use to hack the company. With that, I would like to invite Ajay to continue with the second example for this category.
The other example that we discussed was about insider threats and poor security awareness. So we all know, like, insider threat happens when somebody inside the organization is misusing their access. This could be like a contractor or an employee or any business partner who already has access or permission to company data. Now, sometimes it can be intentional when an employee tries to copy any confidential data or trade secrets and shares it with the competitors. Or sometimes it can be unintentional, like when an employee might accidentally send some sensitive data to a wrong person or a wrong company using a personal device or something. And another risk is the poor security awareness amongst the employees. And as Aditya mentioned earlier, like even with strong security systems, organizations, if they're not following the correct practices, their security systems can still be weak. And because of these risks, many companies even provide security awareness training to teach their employees how to like recognize all the phishing emails or how to create strong passwords and follow all the safe practices. Thank you.
And for the next part, that will be for products. The products also including the hardware, software, connected devices, and also applications used by the organizations. The vulnerabilities in those technologies can be targeted by the attackers. For the software vulnerabilities, the bugs or coding errors that will be can create security loopholes, For example, if a shopping website's database is not protected, a hacker could enter the code into the username field, and the system might then return private information from the database or allow the hackers to log in as another users. And this is all examples for the software or vulnerabilities.
Yeah, I will continue
Okay.
on the next point, next example, connected device exploits. So modern products such as connected vehicles or IoT devices and like smart systems rely on internet connectivity. And the challenges here is like insecure root or hard-coded credentials may force security risks. And the another example or like the point is attackers may target communication channels or APIs or firmware to control and disrupt these devices.
Okay, so the next, let's talk about the processes. Sorry, processes. This is a part of cybersecurity. So this will cover the how organization handle the workflows, operations, and the security policies like on their day-to-day operations. So the great sometimes the great tech and the talented people can still fail if they underline the process or a weak or outdated permissions like. So I'll give you two examples we have right now: the poor access and the weak incident response procedure. So the poor access control policies, like when permissions aren't carefully managed, like just employees get way more access than their role actually required. So it's open the door for the employee door the big problems. So data can leak accidentally or worse, or malicious insider or compromised accounts exploit that's over permissioning. So we see this pattern in a lot of major breaches where least privilege just was not enforced. And the second, we have the weak incident response procedures, like uh, without a well-defined practice plan for spotting reacting to attacks, like a breach might undetected for a days or weeks or even longer. So this will delay turns a manageable incident into a full-blown crisis. So think before giving up permissions to employ, and everything should be managed. And the massive financial loss to think massive financial losses and legal penalties, and we also the companies can lost customer trust. Yeah, thank you from my side.
All right. Okay, that's good. I like that you guys were able to split it up and got into all this area. So the important thing when you go through this exercise is just to understand the different phases of cybersecurity, right? It could be anything, any loophole. That's the attackers will take advantage. As a matter of fact, people think about the process and technology. People do. It doesn't matter what amount of technology you have. If the weakest link is the user, right? The other people. So I'm glad you guys were able to address that. Let's go to group two. Weber, Doug, Karen, Mohammed, group two.
Yeah, I'll let Bodhi start the screen share.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Thank you, Bodhi. We can move on to the next slide. So we are group two presenting the same topic, summarizing the video. And before we get into the specific examples, the video helps us establish an important idea that security risks do not exist in just one part of an organization. When many people hear the term cybersecurity, they immediately think of hacking or cyber attacks. But the video shows that the risk is much broader than that. Security threats can exist anywhere in an organization that relies on physical spaces, employees, information, technology to function effectively. As long as those are all part of an organization, which is essential, security threats are, they can exist. This matters because a weakness in any of those areas can create serious consequences for an organization. And that's what the video helps us to highlight. A physical breach can lead into stolen equipment, and human error can expose sensitive data. Poorly managed information can create privacy risk, and weak system can leave an organization vulnerable to attacks. In other words, security is not just an IT issue, but an organization issue. So to better understand where these risks lie within an organization, our presentation will break out topics into 4 main categories: physical security, people security, personal information or data risk, and technology or system risk. So my teammates will now talk through each of these categories and provide examples of what those security risks look like and where they can be found.
Thank you, Karan. So I'll be talking briefly about the physical security risks. So these types of risks are the threats that arise from direct access to buildings, equipments, or infrastructure. These risks can compromise systems, disrupt operations, and expose sensitive information if proper safeguards are not put in place. So even strong cybersecurity measures can be undermined if physical environments are not adequately protected. So organizations must ensure that facilities and hardware are secured as part of an overall risk management strategy. So some of the examples that we discussed were unauthorized entry into restricted areas such as server rooms, offices, or data centers. So if an individual enters these spaces without adequate permission, they could tamper with systems, access sensitive information, or disrupt day-to-day operations. And another example is the theft of equipment, including laptops, external drives, or other devices that may store confidential data. Stolen equipments can lead to data breach, financial losses, or even operational downtime. And with that, I'd like my colleague to continue with the presentation.
Yes, I will take over the section to talk about people risk. In this one, I can include 2 smaller categories of people risk. The first one is social engineering and phishing, and the second one is lack of training. Both of them kind of go hand in hand with each other, and I will go into that. So for social engineering and phishing, some example of this would be like phishing emails or like retesting, where they would send email or SMS text pretending to be like a vendor or like another person at the company to ask for data. Not only that, like there's basically that the attacker can use your information online to pretend to be you to access the data as you in the company. An example of that would be the MGM data breach in 2023, I think. Around that time, an attacker stole the data of a manager on LinkedIn, and he called into the IT help desk at MGM and pretended to be the manager to get other credentials of that manager and log into the system. So why does it go hand in hand with a lack of training? Because most of the time, the social engineering threat happen when the employees are not trained appropriately on these topics, and the companies don't have like any policy or standards on the trainings to ensure that the employees wouldn't fall for these methodologies. An example of this would be that at University of San Francisco around 2020, an employee wasn't trained on how to deal with or detect phishing emails or suspicious email. So they click on an email, downloaded a ransomware, and it's actually attached itself to the whole system. So that is all on my section of people risk. I will pass on to my teammate to talk about data risk.
Okay, so I will be talking about data security risk. So one data security risk in the auto industry is customer data exposure. So because modern cars and their connected apps collect personal location and behavioral data, weak security controls can put that information at risk of being leaked or stolen. A second example is connected platform data breaches. As vehicles become more dependent on cloud systems, telematics, and digital key technology, those connected platforms create more opportunities for hackers to access sensitive data. Okay, and now I will hand it off to my colleague to continue.
Okay, so for the system and information security risks, there were two examples. One is expanded attack surface from connectivity, like connecting vehicles to the internet creates a new and significant attack surface that was not present in traditional vehicles. This connectivity introduces vulnerabilities that threat actors can exploit to gain unauthorized access. The second one is vulnerabilities in the connected ecosystem. So security risks extend beyond the car itself to include the entire digital ecosystem, such as mobile application and smart mobility services. These interconnected data streams create multiple potential points of failure that can be targeted by attackers. And I think that's the end of the presentation.
Good. Again, that's good that you guys were able to split it up. Group 3, that's Ben, Sarab, Utsab, your group.
Okay, let me share the screen. Oh.
I will go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. So today our presentation discusses the cybersecurity in modern connected vehicles based on the discussion between Upstream Security and IBM video that we watched. So the main idea that we got from the video is that cybersecurity today is not just only about protecting technology, but organization must secure people, process, and products together to stay resilient against all the cyber attacks that can happen now and even in the future. So why is security complex today? So in case of the cars, today modern vehicles are not only vehicles, they are full-fledged computers connected to different systems, which communicate with cloud platforms, mobile apps, third-party services, which creates lots of entry for cyber attacks. So because in this, there are lots of different stakeholders involved, including manufacturers, suppliers, developers, and users. Security must protect the entire ecosystem, not just the one component. So yeah, like mentioned before, the key takeaway here is that cybersecurity must be integrated across people, processes, and products at the same time. So having said that, I would like to pass it to my colleague to talk about the people aspect of the security.
So one of the aspects is people, and they play a critical role in cybersecurity because they build, operate, and manage those systems. So there are two examples that we've extracted here. One of them is lack of security awareness. Employees or developers may unintentionally create vulnerabilities by using weak passwords, making the password requirement quite weak. Falling for phishing attacks, which, believe it or not, it does consistently happen through all organizations, no matter how obvious we might feel that they are. And misconfiguring systems, which is also pretty consistent as systems are constantly updated, being reconfigured as far as new developers coming in and updating of codes, updating platforms. And the second example is the insider access risks. So some of the employees, including contractors, will have privileged access at times, and they may accidentally expose sensitive data and abuse system access privileges. For the most part, it's usually accidental, and they're not even aware that they are exposing these risks. We have heard of many where the access is abused. So the main idea we're looking at here is organizations have to invest in training, awareness programs, and proper access controls. I know that we've talked about this in the first week of class, many organizations partner with companies like KnowBe4 so that they are aware and trained to recognize these possible attacks. And I will tee it up for my next teammate.
So thanks, Sarah. And it is not just people. People who follow a certain process essentially also become a technical risk. Now, let's take a look at some of those risks which can be exposed due to process infrastructures. First, data lake governance and zero trust architecture. In massive environments these days, especially with cloud-based deployments, weak access management isn't just about passwords, it's about overprivileged IAM roles and zombie credentials. We must move beyond the perimeter of defense to a zero trust model. This involves implementing attributed access controls within the data lakes to ensure that the telemetry data is only accessible to specific services and verified need to know cryptographic identity, preventing lateral movement if one node is compromised. Also, manual analysis of logs is a linear solution to an exponential data problem. It leads to alert fatigue. We have to automate this process where critical indicators of compromises are buried under gigabytes of noise. To combat the volume of the telemetry, we must deploy AI ML-based solutions for anomaly detection by baselining of normal behavior versus what is the expected behavior. This way, any true organization could see a better mean time to detect or an MTTD. With respect to poor incident response, well, the lack of formalized incident response lead to inconsistent remediation. If an engineer manually tries to patch a production database or a production data lake during a breach, they might inadvertently destroy forensic evidence or worsen the outage. Process must be codified into automated SOAR platforms. That's usually how I call it, or playbooks in general. When a high severity threat is detected, the process should be automatically isolated, and the affected parts of it has to be removed from the system in such a way it does not have any human intervention at all. There is a compliance gap that usually comes in. Documentation often lags behind what has been deployed, creating a compliance drift where the actual configurations are no longer matching the security policies of what is required for the modern day. We must treat this as compliance as code. By integrating automated policy checks into the pipelines, we ensure that no products or process move to a production unless it meets predefined security benchmarks, and the process is always coded. With that, I'm going to pass it on to my colleague.
So next, I'm going to talk about the security risks in products. Products include software, hardware, and connected devices. The first example here is software vulnerabilities. The potential risk here may include coding flows that allow attackers to exploit systems, then patch the software increases risk. GNSS spoofing to manipulate vehicle location and navigation. Fragmented supply chain that includes ransomware targeting suppliers can halt the entire production lines. The next example here is wireless connectivity opens multiple entry points for attackers. Potential risks here includes cellular modem exploitation to access vehicle networks and CAN-bus. Bluetooth vulnerabilities enabling unauthorized device pairing, and Wi-Fi man-in-the-middle attacks intercepting data or injecting malware. And next, I'm going to pass to my colleague to wrap up.
Yeah. So in today's connected technology environment, cybersecurity cannot rely on single layer of protections. So the organizations must adopt a holistic approach. So the holistic meaning,
all aspects of the organization work together to reduce the risk. Security is no longer just about preventing the attacks. It's about to cyber resilience, how quickly we are bounce back. So to achieve this organization, we must focus on three things that already we discussed: in the people, process, and products. The people has to be given enough knowledge and cybersecurity trained to avoid this any social engineering attacks. So the second, process and organization should play a major role in security. Even best technology cannot protect a system if the organization lacks proper governance. So incident response plans or risk management framework has to be formed. So also the products and technology through secure system design and also continuous monitoring and regular software updates and fix vulnerabilities to fix vulnerabilities are very important. So the key takeaway is that cybersecurity is strongest when people, process, and products are protected together. Focusing on only one area is not enough. Organization must integrate all three pillars to create the resilient and effective security strategy. So that's it my end. Yeah, that's it my. That's it
Okay.
from
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. You guys covered quite a big ground there again. I like that you guys do it together and you come up with different ideas, which is really great. Yeah. Again, like I told you before, in real life, in cybersecurity, nobody works alone. You have to work on a team and look at different things like this. So, as before, Wahid, Joanne, and Jian and me, your team.
Okay, let me share the screen. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so for this presentation, we're going to be summarizing the points after watching the video regarding the processes of cybersecurity effects. So, we have three categories. The first one we're going to be talking about is people. Human error is a major cybersecurity risk. Employees may fall for phishing emails or social engineering attempts. For example, is the Target data breach in 2013. A third-party employee entered credentials into a phishing site. Hackers basically use these credentials to access Target's networks and steal a customer's data. A second example was the Snapchat phishing attack. An employee is responded to a fake email pretending to be the CEO. So the confidential payroll information was exposed to the attackers. So basically, the key takeaway for the people category in this cyber attack is that training employees and improving awareness are the critical aspects to reducing the security risks caused by the people. Next, I'm going to be handing it over to my colleague to discuss the second category, which is product. The floor is yours.
And I will talk about product-related cybersecurity risks in connected vehicles. First, in 2022, researchers discovered a relay attack vulnerability in Tesla's keyless entry system. And in this type of attack, the criminals can amplify the wireless signal from a key fob to make the vehicle believe the key nearby. As a result, the attackers can unlock the vehicle and even start it without the owner's knowledge. And this case highlights how wireless access systems in the modern vehicles can create cybersecurity risk. And second, in 2015, the security researchers successfully hacked a Jeep Cherokee remotely through the vehicle's own Connect system. They were able to control several vehicle functions, including the radio, air conditioning, even the brakes. This experiment demonstrates how vulnerabilities in vehicle software could be exploited. And after this research, the company recorded about 1.4 million vehicles to fix the problem. These examples clearly show that cybersecurity risk can exist directly in vehicle products. As cars become more connected and rely more on software and wireless technology, this risk can increase. Therefore, company must design vehicles with strong cybersecurity protection from the beginning. And my colleague is gonna handle the next part.
Okay, now moving to process side. One example of process-related security risk is SolarWinds supply chain attack in 2020. Attackers inserted malicious code into a legitimate software update for SolarWinds platform. And because organizations trust the updated process, thousands of companies and government agencies install this compromised update. This allows attackers to secretly access many internal networks. And this situation really highlights how important it is to secure the software development and update process. Another example is Capital One data breach in 2019. In this case, a misconfigured firewall in company's cloud infrastructure allowed attacker to access sensitive data stored in Amazon AWS. And because the cloud security configuration was not properly managed, the attacker was able to steal information from more than 100 million customers. This case shows how important it is to have strong processes for cloud configuration. Even when companies use secure cloud platforms, poor configuration process can still create serious vulnerabilities. And looking at these examples, it's clear that cybersecurity isn't just a technology issue. It also involves people, product we build, and the processes we follow. Okay, that's it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Good job. Last but not least, group 5.
Yeah, we're from group 5. Let me share my screen. Okay. Yeah, so starting with processes, I'm going to start with one example with security risk that is lack of data classification procedures. The impact on CIA triad would be confidentiality, as without proper classification, employees may not understand which information could be sensitive. And as a result, confidential data such as customer records, financial information, or any of proprietary company data that is stored or shared in unsecured locations can increase the likelihood of data exposure. When it comes to integrity, when data is not clearly classified, there may be no defined controls for who would have access to edit or update certain information. This can lead to unauthorized modifications or accidental changes to important records, reducing the reliability and accuracy of the data. When it comes to availability, improper classification can also affect availability. Critical data may not receive appropriate backup, protection, or any redundancy measures because its importance is not recognized. Should there be an event where there is a cyber attack or any kind of system failure, then essential information could become unavailable to those who need it. An example would be the repository data leak of Red Hat GitLab in 2025, where attackers exfiltrated about 570 GB of data from over 28,000 internal repositories which belong to Red Hat. The leaked information included authentication tokens, VPN configurations, API keys, and enterprise customer information. This incident showed that highly sensitive configuration data was stored and managed without sufficient segregation or classification controls, because of which the absence of proper data classification procedures meant that organizations did not apply stronger controls such as restricted access or monitoring or encryption to high sensitivity data, and this increased the likelihood and impact of a breach. I would like to invite my teammate to take over the second process.
Yes, thank you so much. So now we'll talk about the product. Can you show the product slide? Yeah. So we'll talk about the first thing is the integration with other system. The IBM product can integrate with other software and third-party service. If this integration is not secure, hacker may use it as an entry point into the system. It happened with many other companies too. For example, if a company used IBM Cloud and connect it with the third party's payment service or other payment service, the hacker could enter the organization network through their connection. This affects the confidentiality because sensitive data could be accessed. Moreover, because the system might stop working during an attack. So that's why it's very necessary. And talking about the data protection, the IBM product store and process large amount of customers and business data, which need to be secure. If this data is not properly secure, it will be leaked or stolen and may be used in inappropriate way. Moreover, the example for the data protection will be a company using IBM their DB2 database to store consumer information could face a cyber attack if the data is not well protected. Hacker might access private data, change the information, or block access to the system. Overall, the both integration security and data protection are important to maintain integrity and availability of the system. Moving for the next slide.
So this slide focus on the role of people in cybersecurity risk. So even with the advanced technology and security system, human actions and mistake can still create vulnerabilities in the organization. So one common risk is the human error or lack of cybersecurity awareness. Employee may unintentionally create vulnerabilities by misconfiguring the system or using the weak security practice or not following any security guidelines. So which can be costly for any organization. So for example, in 2024, the Volkswagen Group experienced a security issue when an AWS database was left unprotected after a memory dump, which exposed the cloud access key. So this resulted in exposure of GPS location data from more than 800,000 Volkswagen vehicle, including the police vehicles. So this example clearly shows that how a simple mistake by internal people can create a serious security risk in overall organization. So another major risk involves social engineering and credential theft. So in this case, attackers trick employee or third-party partners through phishing email or some stolen credential to gain access to the internal system. So for example, in 2024, a group called 07 group, which was able to breach the Toyota successfully using the third-party entity and leaked about 240 GB of files on the dark web. So this highlights how attacker can exploit the trusted relationship to access the sensitive information. So I mean, these two example highlights that cybersecurity is not just a technical challenge. Overall, it is a the organization challenge, and so organization must also focus on training employees, improving security awareness, and strengthening their access controls so they can minimize the risk caused by human factors. So yeah, this is it from our group 5. Yeah, thank you, Professor.
Okay, great. All right. Again, it's good that every team has got something a little different, but we're talking about the same thing. Again, when you look at the way you quickly put together this in 30 minutes and 40 minutes, you're going to see that there's a lot of information out there, correct? To do any of this. Unfortunately, the bad guys are also out there trying to figure things out. So what I want to do is I want to take a look at another work here. Let me give you just take a 5-minute, quick 7-minute break. After 7 minutes, let's get back at 8:30. Okay, I go 7:30. Let's get back 8:30, then we just do this final one here. I want to make sure everybody's exposed. Okay, get back at 8:30. one quick one last activity. I want you to, let me see here. I'm going to just keep the same group. Again, the thing about this course is that every time I teach it, the most important thing to me is just how we can take this material and just make it real. Does that make sense? Instead of just reading, that's because when you go to real life, they're not going to ask you to read. They're going to do the research and solve a problem because the bad guys are always on it. So let me see how much time I can give you here. This is another, actually, this one here, okay, if we can present it, I can actually have you submit it to me, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just give me a minute here. These are very important things to cover, really. For me, that's what I like to do. Let's see, it's the cybersecurity risk assessments. And this is, let me see how long, let me see the length of this video to figure out. Okay, it's a 9-minute video. That's pretty good. So not that bad. This is going to be a 9-minute video, but I'm going to give you 30 minutes to do it. So you're going to watch it for 9 minutes, and you're going to use it right about 20 minutes to create a table. Oh, you're not seeing it yet. Sorry. So you're gonna create a table. This is actually this is one of your reading. This is one of the videos for the week. For those of you who have read it, you are ahead of the game. If you haven't, you need to watch it. Okay, watch it. It's gonna be 30 minutes. When we get back, if we can, like I said, if we can present it, I don't think we have enough time. I'm gonna have you email one member of your team. Uh, Email it to me. Hold on. I'm gonna have one member of your team email it to me. We'll go from there. Well, I'm going right now. I'll put it in the chat. So I'll give it 30 minutes, and we're going to get back around 9:05. Okay. This one, remember, there's no presentation, right? Just the table, which is some work, right? I want you to create a table. You see what I'm sharing, and you also put it in the chat. Okay. Make sense? All right. So same group. I'm going to keep the same group. Did anyone join after I took your role? No, I think everybody's still here. Okay, good. All right. So I'm going to put you in the group and work on the table. Bodhi, what team, what group are you in? Bodhi?
Group 2, Professor.
2? Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Professor. Could you please just put me back to the group one again? Like
Oh, okay, no worries.
there was some issue with my. Thank you so much.
No worries. All right, everyone. All right, so for this one, like I told you, just have one person in your group email me the table that you have, and you get credit for it. Just make sure you have your names on the people. Just kind of like highlight the name of the people in that email. Hey, these are the people in my group, and then you guys get credit for that. So, other than that, if you have any questions, you can just let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, this is Nano. I'm going to give you like some time back so you can go wrap up and work on your assignment, wrap it up, and I'll see you next week.
Professor, just email, right?
Yeah.
Not uploading it to Gap.
Yeah, just no, don't get. Just email it to me.
Only one
thank you.
person from team. One.
Well, so you want to put in the Gap in terms of the VCS? I mean, in terms of the participation? Is that what you mean?
I'm not sure. I'm asking.
Just email it to me. Just email it to me.
Okay, copy. Thank you.
Email it to me. That's better for me. Yeah.
Professor, do we need to email the previous presentation as well? We did two.
If you want, you can do that. But what I really want is the table. The table is what I want.
Okay, cool.
All right. See you guys next week.
Professor, I have a questions about this week assignment.
Yes.
This is for like the TCA like summary. Can we do the one that they had on the 25th of February? Because they have one today and they wouldn't put in the recording for like until next week.
Oh yeah, no way. You can use the old one. Even if you don't have any, you can actually email me and I'll send you one of the older ones. You can use the old one. That's fine.
Okay, so we can do the old ones. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So to email you this presentation, just need only one person in our group or each one?
Only one person in your group. Only one person. Just have the name of the people in your team, in your group. Sorry. Okay. Thanks everyone. The good session. Again, you continue to learn. This is just unlimited learning when it comes to cybersecurity because the bad guys are always ahead of the game. All right. I'll see you all next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Professor.
All right.